What's going on, everybody? JokaGamer here with the first video in a Q&A, hopefully a long series. I like to put out more of these, but this is the first one. You guys have participated and put in some questions. I know it's a little overdue, but hey, here it is. We got a couple people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name the person, and then I'm just going to some people ask multiple questions, so I'll just name that one person and answer all their questions and then continue. Now, just so you guys know, none of these questions were pre-recorded or anything like that. The answers I'm going to give you guys are going to be straight off the top of my head. I'm not pre-recording it. I didn't write these answers down. This is my opinion and my opinion only. So the first question comes in from Robot Bird, aka Robo. He said, do you consider yourself an elite gamer or a casual gamer? Honestly, it's a little bit of both. It depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm playing Battlefield or something like that, or if I'm really competitive or CSGO or anything like that, I'm going to be more on the elite, I guess you would say, concentrating more side. Like I want to win, it depends on your mood. Like sometimes I'll be competitive, and then on the casual side, I mean, if I'm just playing like Batman or Shadows of Mordor or just one of those kind of run around games where when you're just playing single player, I'm more on the casual side. I'll just kind of chill back, do like some of the side missions and stuff like that. So it really just depends on what game you're playing and what mood I'm in. So William Trimble asks, how did you get started on doing this for YouTube? Well, I kind of just did it, really. I mean, I got my computer, I built it myself, I put it all together, set everything up, and then I was just like, you know what, I love playing video games, and I see these people on YouTube that do it and have fun doing it, and the one thing I want to do differently is I want to connect with my fans, you guys directly. I like talking to you guys, I like hanging out with you guys online. I want to start playing games with you guys and recording it. Where I come differently is I like to do more connection with you guys in game. I mean, I know a lot of people do that, but I've noticed a lot of people don't. They just kind of record their gameplay and put it up, and they play with their friends only. I want to play with you guys. That's why I made this channel, and I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to you guys. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I just kind of went for it. I had my computer. I just started recording videos. I mean, at first I was really nervous. I mean, who isn't? But then I got the hang of it. I got more comfortable with it. I did a lot of research, a lot of research. YouTube is your best friend. Looked up videos on how to use these programs and software and what I need and what settings I need. I mean, it wasn't just, one day I just was like, woke up and said, hey, let's do this shit. It didn't work like that. I had to do a lot of research, find out what programs I needed and how to use them. You got to record the video, and then, there's tons of editing. Like, recording takes, like, 2 seconds. Like, you just record your game, have fun, and that's it. And then after that, it's like half a day of just editing that one video you made. So it is work, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy editing videos. I enjoy making videos. Second question, how long did it take for you to start getting recognition? I honestly don't even think I have recognition yet. I still think I'm just starting out. A lot of these YouTubers have millions of people that subscribe to them. I'm not about the fame either. It's not about that. It's just about having fun. So, but as far as the recognition, I mean, it mainly started when I started on my Twitter account. I started up these social media sites, got some profiles up, and that's how I've been connecting with you guys, and that's mainly how a lot of you guys found me in the first place, was basically Twitter. I mean, when you just go up on YouTube, then just YouTube only, it's really hard to get people to see your videos, because you got to think, the one thing I preach to people all the time is, if you're on YouTube, you are basically competing against everybody else. You got to find a way to get people to watch you and only you, because I mean, what's stopping them from just exiting out of your video and going to watch somebody else? That's the main thing you got to think about. And as far as getting recognition, I mean, it just kind of happens. At first, it's going to take a long time. I mean, I started this almost a year ago, and I just passed 100 subscribers like a week or two ago, so, which thank you, by the way, you guys. But, I mean, it takes time, but I'm not rushing it. If you guys come and stay, I mean, hell yeah, you guys. I mean, we'll hang out and play games together, but it just takes time. I mean, but like I said, it all basically started on Twitter, and, I got the Facebook fan page going up now, so it just kind of comes, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, next question comes in from, and I'm sorry I'm going to mess your last name up, dude. Steve Aoki, I think it is. Sorry, man. He says, why do you play PC games? Oh my god, this question goes way back. Alright, I've been playing PC games ever since I was little. Like, little. Like, way back when there was, like, tube monitors and stuff like that. So, anyway, my dad used to work for a company called IBM back when I was little. I mean, they don't exist anymore, so. And I was in the living room, I was watching TV one day, watching kid shit, cartoons, stuff like that, because I was little. And he comes in with a huge stack of PC games back when CDs were actually available. I mean, I know it's still available, but nowadays people just download them on Steam or whatever they want to do. He basically came in and was like, hey, you want to play this shit? And I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, I didn't say fuck yeah, but hell yeah, let's play some games. And so, I was sitting in front of this old ass white / yellow colored PC because it was old and it was all yellow and shit. And I was sitting there in front of this big ass tube monitor, and he put in the first game. The first game I ever played was Command & Conquer, like the first one, way back when Command & Conquer first came out. You know, and then shortly after that I started playing Doom, the first Doom, Duke Nukem. You know, those were my growing up games. Basically, you know, I started at the very beginning when games were really starting to get into first person shooters and strategies, and then basically PC games to me are where it's at. I mean, I know there are a lot of people that play console, but that's a huge dispute that, you know, has been going on for ages. The main reason why I play PC games is, one, I love a keyboard and mouse. I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm playing first-person shooter games, I'm going to be using keyboard and mouse because it's way easier for me to aim. You know, I'll use a gamepad if I'm playing third-person games like Batman, Splinter Cell, anything like that. I'm going to be using a gamepad. Mainly, I use keyboard and mouse. The main reason why I play PC games is because I'm a huge PC guy. Like I said, I grew up on it. My dad used to work for IBM. He used to build computers. He taught me how to build computers. So I'm a monster at building computers. Built my own rig, and now this is what I do. This is how I got started. I mean, if I wasn't into PC, I probably wouldn't even have this channel. You know what I mean? You gotta start somewhere. So I started with PC. My dad hated consoles. My dad loved LAN parties. LAN parties are where you take all your desktops, your computers, stick them all in one room. You got like 5-6 people in one room, all with their computers, and you guys all hook up together and fucking game it out. It is the best shit ever. I mean, it's no different than you sitting in front of the TV with 2 controllers, except when you're LAN partying, it's kind of like, imagine if you take all of your Xboxes or PlayStations and stick them all in one room and link up. It's just like that, but with computers. And back in the day, you know, consoles really couldn't do that. Back when like Sega Genesis and all that shit came out, it was all about PC LAN parties. So I just kind of stuck with that, and that's what my dad's always been into. So the main thing about PC is you can always upgrade your PC. You cannot upgrade your consoles. So I can take my PC and deck it out to be good for the next 20 years. I mean, it's going to cost a little bit more, but I won't have to upgrade every generation like you do with a console. You know, Xbox 360 came out in 2005. Everybody's like, oh shit, this is the shit, let's go buy this. You know, and now here we are, 2014, 13, whenever the Xbox One came out. Now everybody has to go and spend $600 to upgrade, and it's still not better than my computer. You know, if you put a game, the same exact game, in that console and in my computer, the graphics are going to be way more amazing and way more sharper and up to par on a PC. Because, I mean, of course, if you build it that way, you have to put money into your PC, but you'll never have to go and buy a whole new computer. You just replace that one part that went out of date. Like, for example, I can put a graphics card in my computer. I need to eventually put a new one in it, which I do because I need it for my live stream. But anyway, you know, console, you can't do that. You got to go and buy a whole new system, and then you got to go buy all new games. Like Xbox One came out, now you got to buy all new games because 360 games don't work on Xbox as far as I know. Yeah, so there's my gripe, you guys. I mean, it's all about compatibility and what I can and can't do. I can do everything with my PC, so that's kind of why I'm a PC gamer. Stuck to it, that's just what I do. Next question, do you prefer PS Vita or 3DS? I honestly really don't. I don't have either one. I used to have a PlayStation, a PSP. That's what it's called. I almost forgot. I used to have PSP. That shit was the bee's knees. I mean, and way back when I was little, I used to have Game Boy Advance, that kind of thing. I wasn't really ever into Nintendo, like all about that Mario and that kind of. I wasn't really into that. I mean, to me, Nintendo is more for little kids. But like 3DS, that's more focused towards girls, little kids, that kind of thing. But I mean, hey, anybody can use it. I would have to go with PS Vita. I mean, I've used one before. I used to work at GameStop, and we had one up on display. I mean, that shit was awesome. It's all touchpaddy and shit now. I mean, I think it's pretty sweet. Like that PS Vita has like the power of a freaking PlayStation 3. We're not gonna say PS4 because that shit ain't happening. But it's got the power of PS3 in your hand, and you could take it anywhere, and then you can take that shit and hook it up to your TV and continue your game where you left off, or vice versa. I mean, I think that shit is amazing. Alex Wilkins, he asked a lot of questions. His first question was, what is your #1 pet peeve? I freaking hate when people chew really loudly next to me, or if I can hear it, it like makes me grind my teeth and want to punch babies. That's how bad it bothers me. Like, you know, like that wet spaghetti, like that sound. I can't stand that shit. That shit just makes me want to, oh my god. Yeah, if I hear that shit, like if I'm sitting in my room and my girl's over there eating and she's making that smacky sound, which she doesn't do very often, but if she does, if she's eating a cookie, fuck that shit. I put headphones on. I can't stand that shit. That has to be my #1 pet peeve. I mean, nothing else really bothers me except for that kind of shit. Next question. Are you excited about The Crew coming out in Star Wars Battlefront 3? The Crew, see, the thing is, I used to be into like Need for Speed Underground and that kind of thing, because I used to love customize your cars, you know, performance wise. I mean, nowadays games, all you do as far as racing games is you just put a new paint job on it and then you drive all these crazy ass exotic cars. I like Underground because it was real cars, real life cars, like existing cars. It wasn't about supercars. It was about taking like a shitty Honda, racing it, getting money, and then building it up and making it faster. That's what I like. You know, you could put turbos in it, you know, you can do exhaust, you could do manifolds, you know what I mean? That's what it was about. Nowadays, you know, they just stick you in a game, they give you all these crazy ass exotic Ferraris and Porsches and Lambos, and they make you race those, and you can't change anything on them. I do not like that. That's a big gripe of mine. Like, I'm a mechanic. Okay, I work for Nissan. That's my thing. You know, I work on cars. I love that in a video game aspect. So as for Star Wars, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, you guys. I mean, I played the old Battlefront. It was pretty sweet. But I never really looked into Star Wars Battlefront 3. I guess I'll have to give that a look. Next question. What is your favorite TV show? I love Big Bang Theory. That shit is hilarious. I'm a huge science guy. I love that shit, man. Just the jokes on there, it is just freaking hilarious. That's probably my more casual show. If I'm going to get into a serious show, like where I'm like 100% concentrating, like, oh my god, I love this shit. Walking Dead, man, that is my shit. Like, I know a lot of people like Walking Dead, but that's pretty much where I sit. I picked up a new show recently. It's called The Strain. Been watching the hell out of that shit. That shit's pretty good. And last question, what is your favorite sport? I'm not into sports. Yes, kill me in the comments below. I don't watch sports. I don't watch it. I mean, I'll watch Super Bowl just for the hell of it because everybody else is. But I'm not really into sports. I mean, I used to play basketball and football when I was in high school, but not really anymore. I mean, I'm a tech guy now. My thing is building computers, working on cars, doing YouTube. That's my thing. So, sorry guys, no sports for me. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around and watching this questions and answers. Thank you so much for participating. This is going to be it for episode 1. I want to keep this going. So, I mean, if you guys keep sending me questions, we'll get, you know, Q&A video 2 going. Alright, so the way I want to end my Q&As is I'm going to ask you guys a question, and then, you know, you guys are going to blow it up in the comments below, and then I will, in Q&A video 2, I will respond to a lot of the stuff you guys have said to my question. So my question is going to be Android versus Apple. Alright, this is a huge controversy. Well, not controversy, but it's a big thing going on right now. So my opinion, Android all day. That is my thing. But I want to hear you guys' opinion, and then when you guys answer and give me your answers, I will answer why I choose Android in the next Q&A. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for participating and putting in your questions, and thank you so much for helping me pass 100 subscribers. Alright guys, if you like this one, please leave a comment below and a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Possibly we'll have another Q&A coming up soon, as you know, as long as I get the questions coming in. Alright guys, see you guys in the next one.